welcome to my second class. It's just me, but that's okay. I'm still practicing. I'm gonna kick my shoes off. When you're working with fascia, it's best not to wear your jewelry or put any lotions on beforehand. You want to be able to grip the fascia and not have your hands slide. So what we do, fascia is, our bodies are a pressurized system, and what we do with human garage is you're going to work with intention. um, Work with intention. You're going to pin and lock, and then we're going to also counter rotate in a lot of instances, and we're also going to breathe. So I'm going to start out with our organ reset. Well, first we'll sync up. So right foot over, crossed in front of left foot, and right hand underneath left armpit. Give yourself a big hug with your left hand on top. Pull in your spinal pelvic lock. We'll turn our head to the left and our torso to the right. And we're going to breathe 6 breaths, 3 in through the nose and then 3 in through the mouth. So 1, 2, 3, in through the mouth, 2, 3, and come back to center slowly. So you can go back to standing, feet hip width apart, and we're going to charge our hands by rubbing our hands together. And while we're doing our organ reset, really focus on the energy flowing in between your hands, where you're touching your body and running through the area in between, charging the organs that we're working on. And rub your knuckles together, my nickels together, all of the different joints and the fingernails. So we believe that the bones are negative charge and the fascia is like a positive charge. So we're actually charging up our fascia as we do in our organs. If you do the organ reset 3 times a day, Gary Linehan says that you cannot have dis-ease in your body. So it reduces stress on your organs when you do this. So we're going to start with our ileocecal valve, and this is where we store our grief. We have slightly different beliefs of what emotions are stored in different organs, because I had always heard that grief was stored in your lungs, which I still believe that it is, but it is also stored in our ileocecal valve. So to find your ileocecal valve, you're going to find the midpoint between your belly button and your hip bone, or you can go to your belly button, move 2 inches to the right and 2 inches down, and you're going to look for like a spongy area that's kind of circular. And you can either just press your right hand on your ileocecal valve, or you can actually twist and torque the fascia over your ileocecal valve, thumbs up. So I like to kind of like grab my fascia and twist it. So put the left hand on the back of your neck. This is where all of the meridians of your body run through. So if you can't get your arm up that way, you can just place it on your chest, and it will work just as well. So pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3, and then in through the mouth and out through the mouth for 3. So in, 2, 3, in through the mouth, 2, 3. And the body likes to do things in 3s, 6s, 9s. If you want to do 9 breaths here instead, and you're doing this by yourself, go ahead and do it in 9 breaths, however you feel called to do. So I'd like to just do a little affirmation here while we're still touching our ileocecal valve. I am so thankful for the grief that you have stored that I could not process at the time, but I am ready to let go of grief in my body. And thank you. Thank you, ileocecal valve, for holding the grief that I could not process. Now we're going to move our right hand up underneath our right rib cage where our liver and our gallbladder are. And you can either touch or torque, whatever is most comfortable. And we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3. And this is where we store our anger and our resentment. I would like to thank my liver and my gallbladder for holding all the anger and the resentment that I was not ready to process. I no longer want to hold the anger and resentment in my body, and I am ready to release it now. And breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, liver and gallbladder. I am ready to feel compassion in my body instead of rage and resentment. Thank you. All right. My arms are getting stronger every day. My arms used to get really sore really fast whenever I was doing the organ reset. So it will improve. So we're going to move to our stomach area. So it's right underneath the left rib cage, and you're going to pull the fascia towards the right side with our right hand and place our left hand on our neck and pull in our spinal pelvic lock. We're going to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3. The stomach is where we store our desires and our beliefs. And I am ready to let go of any self-doubt, any limiting beliefs that I could not process at the time. Thank you so much. I am ready to believe in myself, and I am ready to believe in the world around me. And breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, stomach, for processing all my beliefs. I believe in myself. All right, check that off. We're going to move to the valve of Houston. So take your right hand. We're going to find that spot between our belly button and our hip bone, about halfway point. And on this one, both of the ileocecal valve and the valve of Houston, I had a lot of of hip pain for a really long time, and Human Garage Fascial Maneuvers is actually what got me out of pain. Um, but I have a lot of tightness in my groin, and so when you're dealing with fascia, it's basically everybody's fascia is dehydrated, and just drinking water is not going to fix that. It's a lack of minerals and nutrients that glyphosate has removed from our soil. Our food just doesn't have the nutrients in it that it used to have. But also, we just don't eat the things that we should. And then all of the toxins that are in our environments, you should really try to detoxify as much as possible, which we're constantly touching things, and the biggest organ of our body is our skin and fascia, and it's always absorbing just whatever, anything that we touch. So being intentional about what you put in and on your body is an important part of having healthy fascia. You can use Irish sea moss supplements and food grade diatomaceous earth to help pull toxins out of your system. And then we also recommend that you use curcumin as well to get rid of inflammation. Human Garage does have a wonderful 1, 3, 7, and 28-day reset that's free, and they'll teach you all the information that you need, how to detoxify and de-stress your body. And they also sell supplements, which are great. I've been taking them for quite a while, and I feel like they have helped me greatly. Anyway, when you're detoxing, or because your fascia is dehydrated, you may feel like you are ripping ripping your skin off in certain areas, which it doesn't feel the way that it used to on me. I still have a little bit of fascial adhesions around my groin and hip, my pelvis bone, pelvis. I don't know anything. So we're gonna grab. I like to grab my abundance here and pull towards the right shoulder with the right hand, and place your left hand on the back of your neck, and we're going to the valve of Houston is the area where we store overthinking, so your mind should calm down after you do this or as you do it. So pull in your spinal pelvic club, and we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and thank you for processing all the thoughts in my body. I am ready to stop overthinking. I am ready to believe in what my heart wants and what my intuition says. I listen to my heart. And in through the mouth. 2, 3. Alright, this one is the bladder. So with the bladder, we store our fear in this area. And so you're going to look for the soft area above your pubic bone, and you're going to you can find it a little bit easier if you stick your butt back and grab your abundance. Grab the fascia there and pull the fascia away from your pubic bone. So we're going to place our left hand on the back of our neck, push our butt all the way forward, squeezing our buttocks, and pull in that spinal pelvic block, the muscle that you use to stop your urine. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, bladder, for storing the fear that I could not process. I am ready to let go of all fear that I've been storing in my body. I know that fear is false evidence appearing real. I am safe and I am secure in this moment. And breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. Thank you, bladder, for storing the emotions that I could not process. All right, so we're going to do our kidneys. Our kidneys are our powerhouse. What you're going to do is you're going to place your right hand on your rib cage at your nipple bra line, and you're going to pin it and pull the fascia down. We're going to take our left hand and place it on the back of our neck, and you can lean to your right, or no, to your left, I apologize, and look to your right, and we're going to breathe in through the nose. Give me 1 second. We're going to charge our kidneys before we do our breath. And that's just like an activation. So 3 short breaths, and then we're going to do our 6 breaths. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, kidneys, for providing all the power that I need for the day, all the energy that I need for the day. I am so very grateful for all the energy and power that you provide my body. And in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. So we'll move to the other side. That one always makes my thumb hurt really bad. Anyway. So we'll do the same thing on the left side. So find, pin and lock the fascia at your nipple line on the rib cage, and we're going to pull it down. We'll place our left hand on, or our right hand, if I could get my left and right correct, that would be great. Our right hand on the back of our neck, and look to the left, and we're going to lean to the right, just a little bit forward. We'll do 3 short breaths to activate, and then we'll do our in through the nose. So 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, kidney, for providing the power and energy that I need for the day. I'm so very grateful for this energy in my body. So we are going to charge the spleen now. So this one, you're going to place your thumb at the left side of your spine underneath your rib cage, and you're going to grab underneath the rib cage and grab that fascia. So place your right hand on the back of your neck, pull in your spinal pelvic lock. This one, we're going to put our chin to our chest and slightly lean to the right until you feel the area underneath your thumb activate. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Thank you, spleen, for holding the worry that I've been feeling. I no longer want to worry about things. I know that worry is not something that helps me. I am ready to release the worry that I store in my body. I'm ready to believe in myself and in the world around me. Thank you so much for letting me release the worry that does not serve me. And so we'll breathe in through our mouth. 2, 3. Alright. So we will charge our thyroid, place our right hand on our collarbone, and we're going to pull up on the fascia. You don't have to choke yourself or anything, but you can. Place your left hand on the back of your neck. I actually like to touch my thumbs together, or fingers and thumbs together, whatever, completing the circle. Thank you, thyroid, for storing the silence and all the words that I was afraid to speak. I am ready to speak my truth today and every day forward. Thank you so much for being loud and proud to speak my truth. And we'll breathe in through the nose. 2, 3. And breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. So just bring that right hand down to your heart and place the left hand on the top of your head. And imagine the energy flowing in between your hand and your heart. And really cleansing and purifying your thoughts with your heart intention. So we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. We're breathing into the heart. 2, 3. Thank you, mind, for keeping all of the programs that I don't need to think about going. I know that you are great at processing and programming what needs to be taken care of. But my heart is in charge today, and I believe in doing what my heart wants to do. It doesn't always speak loudly, but it is very persistent. And when I ignore what my heart wants to do, nothing really goes right. But when I'm in my flow and I do what my heart wants to do, then I know I'm in the right place, doing the right things. We'll do 3 more breaths. In through the mouth. 2, 3. Thank you, heart, for being in charge today. Ooh. I would like to pull down on the fascia and open up my chest fascia real quick. So I like to put it right on the fascia, and we're going to pull the fascia from our sternum here, we're going to pull it down towards our armpits or hip bones or whatever you want to say. Just pull it apart. You can squat a little bit and stick your chin out, keeping our backs straight. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, 2, and move around while you do this. 3, and breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. Always feels really good to open that up as much as possible. A lot of people will have, let me rephrase that. So the fascia is a very intuitive, gel-like crystalline living network that communicates intuitively, and when you do a certain pattern over and over again, it will start to mold into a more, I guess, helpful to keep you, it make it easier to get into that position if you do it repetitively over and over again. But it can lead to a lot of dysfunction when you do the same pattern over and over again, because when your fascia develops adhesions from being worked in the same way over and over again, or whether it's from dehydration and like sitting in the same position for a long time, you'll see that, like, my parents are in their 80s, so they sit a lot, and so their body is more C-shaped than it used to be, and so a lot of people have a lot of adhesions in their belly and just on the front side in general. So we all really need to open up the front side of our fascia, and that's why I like doing the pull that I just did. And I also think that a great one to do for the fascia on the front side is the psoas release. It involves the ileocecal valve area. So you'll just find that spot in between your hip bone and your pelvic bone, and I like to really grab the flesh there, the fascia, and pull away from my hip joint. And on the right side, you're doing that. I like to pull with my left hand and put my right, press with my right hand in between my hip bone and my left hand. Step forward with our left foot, and really you'll feel the ripping. I feel the ripping still, although it's gotten a lot better. But that's normal. It just feels like a burning sensation. You shouldn't have any severe pain or anything, but just ease up a little bit if it's causing a lot of pain. So we'll breathe in through the nose, pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and out through the mouth. 2, 3, in through the mouth. 2, 3, and we can do that on the other side. So on the left side, we'll pull with our right hand away from our hip bone, and I like to put the left hand in between the right hand and the hip bone. We'll step forward with our right foot and try to arch your chest a little bit. we're going to pull in our spinal pelvic lock, and we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. So, let's see, we're gonna do palette swipe. So, the body and the universe likes to do things in 3, 6s, and 9s. An example of that is the shape of our ankles, the shape of our hips, and the shape of our jaw are all the same. So we have 3 zones that we work with in Human Garage. So from the neck up is 1, our torso is 2, and zone 3 is hips down to the feet. And so whenever you adjust something in one zone, you should also adjust things in the other 2 zones, because whenever fascia is restricted in one area, it makes the rest of the body like work harder, I don't know, the rest of the body will swing more further out to compensate for the restriction in this one area. So with palette swipe, this is how you can repressurize zone 1. It can also loosen your hips, so you may want to note whether it changes the pressure in your hips. So, okay, with palette swipe, you're going to cross your right foot over your left. You're going to place your right hand on your shoulder, and your left hand on your right shoulder. You're going to take your thumb, and what we're going to do is swipe it across from the molars on the right side to the molars on the left side. So a lot of people will have ridges in the top of their mouth that they don't, because people are doing so much mouth breathing and forward head posture that the shapes of our faces have actually changed a lot, and our palates have narrowed. So there's actually ridges. You may have ridges that will separate over time from doing palette swipe. So pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and we're going to swipe from right to left. 1, and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you may want to walk around, because walking is how we integrate things in our body. You can do figure 8s. Figure 8s are great for brain health. The figure 8s will make both sides of your brain talk to each other. Let's see. And we do walking in between our fascial maneuvers to integrate it into our body, but you can also just go for a walk outside for 30 minutes after your whole session to integrate it. either is acceptable. So with totally twisted, we're going to cross our right foot over our left, place our right hand underneath our left armpit and our left hand on our right shoulder. Pull in your spinal pelvic block, and we're going to turn our head to the left and our torso to the right, and try to be straight in posture. We're going to breathe in through the nose. After we stick our tongue in our left cheek, you want to find a spot that is that has the most tension in your cheek, and we're going to do our 6 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, drop your tongue. We're going to do stage breathing, like we're breathing through a straw, and it's 3 breaths. So 1, 2, 3, and twist a little bit farther to the right. Still looking over your left shoulder. Pull in your spinal pelvic block and release. Breathe in through the nose like you're sipping through a straw. 2, 3, and turn a little bit farther to the right and release. And in through the nose and out through the mouth for 3. Find a spot over that left shoulder that you can keep focused on with your eyes. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. Alright, so keep your hug, but come to center. And we're going to turn our head to the right and turn our torso to the left. And we're going to stick our tongue in our right cheek and breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Alright. Drop the tongue, and we're going to do stage breaths in through the mouth. 2, 3, and turn to the left a little bit more, and release. Breathe in like you're breathing through a straw. 2, 3, turn a little bit more to the left and release. And in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, in through the mouth. 2, 3. Alright, you can come back to center and shake it off. Good morning, how are you?
We're good, how about you?
Good. Good morning. Alright, we'll do totally twisted on the left side. So left foot over the right. Oh, and I should have said, you may get really, really high off of this one. Actually, a lot of these you may get really high off of it. It's normal to have emotions come up. You may start sweating. You might feel nauseous. You can get cramps in really weird places when you're doing some of these. It's normal, and you may have, like, the pain may intensify just a little bit. or it may not actually be pain, it may be pressure, because we're a pressurized system. We're like a balloon animal, and we're twisting and creating tension in areas and using the breath to expand those adhesions while twisted and under pressure. so um, so if you do get lightheaded, just know that it's normal, and if pain or pressure intensifies in an area, just keep um, keep trying to go through the process, and maybe by the end of the class, it will have the pressure will have equalized in your body. Um, so left side. So we're going to do left foot in front and crossing over the right leg, and pulling your spinal pelvic lock. You're going to put your left hand under your right armpit and your right hand on your shoulder, giving yourself a big hug. Try to squeeze your fascia, because the whole point of this is twisting, creating tension and pressure, and using the breath to release these adhesions naturally. Pull in your spinal pelvic lock. We're going to turn our head to the left and our body to the right, and we're going to stick our tongue in our left cheek and breathe in through our nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And drop the tongue. We're going to do our stage breathing like we're sipping through a straw. 2, 3, and twist a little bit farther to the right, and release. Pull in that spinal pelvic lock, and we're going to sip through a straw. 2, 3, and turn a little bit farther to the right, and release. And look over your left shoulder at a focus on a certain spot. We're going to breathe in through the nose for 3, 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right, so come back to center, still giving yourself that hug, and we're going to look over our right shoulder, and then turn our torso to the left. I can really feel the fascia in between my hips and my rib cage. I really need that stretch there. So make sure your spinal pelvic lock is engaged. If you are having any issues with balance, you can widen your feet. You can also do all of these sitting down or in bed. So if you need to be in a chair, you can find these on YouTube as well. Seated, or I don't know whether they have them lying in bed videos. Haven't seen this, but still, you can do them seated or in bed. So, still looking over your right shoulder, pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and we're going to stick our tongue, I forgot where I'm at, tongue in the right cheek, and breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to drop the tongue and do stage breathing in through the nose, in through the mouth. 2 and 3, and twist a little bit farther to the left and release. 1, 2, 3, twist to the left and release. And find a spot over your right shoulder to look at, And we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3, and come back to center. And we're going to look to the right and turn our torso to, we're going to look to the left and turn our torso to the right. I'm having directional challenges today. I apologize. So find that spot in your cheek with your left cheek with your tongue that creates tension, and we'll breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and in through the nose. I'm glad that Fascia likes to laugh. Okay. 4. Anyway. I might have to stop doing this. Okay, so 5. I can't stick my tongue in one cheek and breathe and laugh at the same time. I just can't do it. Okay, I think I can do this. 5, 6. Okay, now we can do stage breaths. So 2, 3, and twist a little bit farther to the right, and release. Okay, pull in the spinal pelvic lock and do your stage breaths. 1, 2, 3, and twist to the right, and release. All right, one more thing, one more breath out. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. Okay, so release and walk around. Anyway, it's good to laugh, but definitely you cannot be in fight and flight and laugh. Unless you're doing a maniacal laugh and then okay, so we're gonna do anti-gravity. This one gets me super high usually, unless I don't need it, and then anyway. With this one, I'm gonna demonstrate what you do. So you're gonna interlock your fingers. They like for you to touch your thumbs together, because it creates a circuit, but I, for some reason, don't like to stick my thumbs together when I'm doing this. I like to pull on you're supposed to be pulling the fascia from I guess from your shoulders up to your occipital ridge on your place the edge of your hands at the ridge of your skull there. And anytime you lose tension, you can just go ahead and get a new grip on it. But the first thing is you look up at the sky with your elbows pointed up, and we do some breaths here, and then we're going to bend our chin to chest and we'll do 3 breaths. We'll do a breath to the right, center, and left, and we do that 3 times, and then you go into athletic skier squat stance and do the same breathing, right, center, and left, and then you do that 3 times, and then if you can, you'll get all the way down into a full squat with your elbows in between your knees and your head tucked to your chest, and you'll do 6 breaths there. So we'll go ahead and start that. So shake that out a little bit before we get started. All right, interlock your fingers, grab the fascia and pull it towards your skull, and keep the tension there as tight as possible. Look up at the sky. Pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to pull the fascia and put our chin to our chest and pull in our spinal pelvic lock, and we'll breathe in through the nose, or in through the mouth, and look to the right. And you want to do this slowly. And center, exhale, and to the left. Center, exhale. I like to regrip. We're going to breathe in through the mouth. Look to the right. And back to center. Exhale. To the left. Exhale. And to the right. Exhale. To the left. Exhale. Alright, now you can re-grip if you want to. And we're going to go bend our knees, pull in our spinal pelvic lock. We're going to look towards, in my case, the camera. We're going to breathe in through the mouth and look to the right. Center, exhale, and breathe in. Left, center, to the right. Exhale, center, and to the left. Center, to the right. Center, and to the left. Center. And now I'm going to get all the way down into a full squat with the elbows in between the knees. If you cannot get down into a full squat, return to the second position with your chin to your chest and do your breathing. In through the nose. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3, and come up bum first. I actually forgot to explain this part. So we're going to come up bum first and come up 1 vertebrae at a time, and we're going to end in the beginning position, elbows up. Sorry, I forgot to explain that part. Ooh. Now, you may feel really lightheaded, and I recommend, if that's the case, just to stay in this position until the lightheadedness passes. It's the spinal fluid, I guess, dripping down. I have no idea. But it's natural to feel really high here. Um, so just be very careful there, but just take your time and integrate that with walking. For a minute to 3 minutes. All right, so we're gonna do some face maneuvers. So, peekaboo is designed to help. A lot of us have facial imbalances, so one eye looks higher or juts out more, and that is created because of the gravitational forces on the planet. Basically, we're all spinning in a certain direction. And over time it starts to show in our face. So we only do peekaboo on one side. So what you do is you take your right hand, you take it all the way over to the left side of your neck, and you're going to pin and lock the fascia on the right side of your face with your the side of your arm here. And then we're going to take the palm of our hand and we're going to not slide it, but press and push all the fascia back towards our ear. So we're going to actually squat a little bit here, and then we're going to look underneath our left elbow while we're breathing. So we'll do in through the nose, 2, 3, and in through the mouth, 2, 3. So yeah, that's one of the ones that we only do on one side due to most people's natural imbalance. So antler twist. So with antler twist, we're going to put our hands one back and one forward, and then we're going to twist and meet in the middle. So you place your right palm in the divot here on the side of your skull and facing back, and the left one facing forward, and then you're gonna squeeze and twist. And I always grab my hair at the top because I like to get that extra tension there. So we're going to breathe and just move around in as many different positions as possible. So we'll breathe in through the nose and look up, and in through the nose. 2 or 3, and look down. We'll breathe in through the mouth. 2 and 3. Now, when you start working with the fascia on your head, a lot of it will really hurt a lot. Probably should have mentioned that. We have Um, the majority, like a vast majority, I can't remember how much, but I think it might be like half of our um, lymph nodes of our body are from the neck up. And then I also think that half of our nerve endings are like in our head, but I could be wrong about the nerve endings, but I'm right about the lymph nodes. But I'm not a doctor. But if I remember correctly, that's what. So a lot of this fascia doesn't get moved around a lot, but it has so many lymph nodes and nerve endings and things that a lot of the stuff, the maneuvers on the head may hurt in the beginning, but it will stop. So, or it will at least decrease over time. So, getting cheeky with it. So, getting cheeky with it is the same as antler twist. You're going to put like 3 fingers on the place where your jaw joint is, right here, facing back on the right side and facing forward on the left side. You're going to twist and meet it in the middle. This is why you don't want to have any face creams on, because you want to create as much tension as possible. And we're just going to breathe and move around. So you want to look up and down and just move. You can get into a squat, whatever feels best for you. So, or gets rid of as much tension as possible. So we'll breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through the mouth. 6, 5, 6. I am number and direction challenged today. Anyway, let's see. So the double ear pull. So the ear pulls, like I said, they can be painful. So I'm actually going to do 2 different types of ear pull here. So first I'm going to do the one where you're going to stick your thumb in your ear and hold the outside of your ear with your fingers, and do the same on the opposite side. And you're just going to basically twist and look up and breathe and look down and breathe, look to the right and breathe, and look to the left and breathe, and just really pull, twist and pull and look up. Okay, so the other one, we're going to take our left hand and reach over and grab our ear on our right ear at the top. We're going to take our right hand and grab the bottom of our ear. Just pull out and breathe. 2. And then you're going to twist the front forward and the back, or the top to the back. 2, 3, and whatever spot creates the most tension. We're just trying to stretch the fascia, move all around. Alright. We'll do right hand over to the left ear and grab the top, and the left hand will grab the bottom of the left ear, and we're going to pull out first and apart, and we'll breathe in through the nose. 2, and move around and twist the top towards the back and the bottom towards the front, and move around and breathe. 2, 3. All right. And that should help. That will help calm down your vagus nerve, but this next one is designed to help calm down the vagus nerve and get you back into, all of this will help you get back into parasympathetic, so you can rest and relax instead of be ready for fight or flight, because your body can't be in both. It's either in fight or flight, which so many people are, and they just don't, they're so used to that being the normal that they don't know how to get out of it. But breathing, and I'm going to say breathing is the main way to get out of parasympathetic. So our vagus nerve likes to hum. It likes to sing. If you're humming and singing, if you're doing longer exhales than inhales, you can trick your body into believing that you are relaxed and there is no danger. So with this one, feet are about hip width apart, and you're going to take your right hand here at the base of your cheek, and you're going to like pin and lock the fascia, but pull it towards the opposite, away from the shoulder. And you can actually take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder, and you're wanting to create as much tension. Actually, we'll do that backwards. I did that backwards. You should place your left hand at your clavicle and pull down on this fascia, and then take your right hand and pull the jaw fascia and the jaw away from the clavicle. So, or the left hand. And now we can squat and pull in your spinal pelvic lock, and you're just going to breathe and move around. 2, 3, in through the nose. 2, 3. All right. So that helps open up the fascia to help release the vagus nerve. So we will pin and lock the fascia at the clavicle with the right hand on the left hand side, and then we'll take our left hand and pin and lock the fascia on the jaw and pull it away from our clavicle, and we're gonna squat a little bit and breathe. 2, and move around. 3, and in through the mouth. 2, and 3. All right. Well, that was my second class, and I feel like it went really well. Laughing and all of the misdirections. We all arrive at the right time. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks. I'm Lolly.